Yeah. Well, I'm not sure. Obviously it was a game that Boston did a good job defensively. I think they executed their game plan. They took their chance as far as probably letting Kobe go to work and take over, and had a very good game individually. But it's important. It's important that we find a way to get more players involved and more players being productive if we want to be successful, because it's been proven that we are more successful when that happens.
But you've been saying this like over and over again for the last 2 or 3 months, and it still doesn't click. It doesn't happen.
Well, we got to figure it out as a team. I mean, obviously, it's not to point out anybody, but we have to understand, what happens out there and why, and how can we make it better? Because we all want to win. We all want the best for the team. So we just got to figure it out and understand what's the best way for us to be in that position.
Were you off your game yesterday?
A little bit. Obviously, I wasn't as productive and effective as I would have liked to be. It's a weird kind of flow. So just trying to get involved and try to be aggressive, but didn't have a lot of opportunities. But like I said, that's also up to me to be a little more aggressive and active on both ends of the floor.
Where does this rate on the Pau Gasol crisis meter from 1 to 10?
Crisis meter as far as the team, you
Yeah.
go. Damn, I didn't have a crisis. I never had a crisis meter. But obviously, we're not going through our best time. We lose against Sacramento at home. Lost the Clippers and the Dallas, the most recent games, and then we against the Celtics, which is a big game, which we want to always win. We didn't do it either. So obviously, it's not the best of the times, but luckily for us, it's halfway more or less of the season. So we still have time to make up for the losses that we had, but we have to step it up.
Pau, you guys have gone through stretches in other seasons where you had games like this. Does this seem to be more egregious compared to those other seasons, or similar?
I mean, if you can compare it, I mean, yesterday we had the game more or less, say not under control, but close until the last few minutes of the fourth, when they really, just made a couple plays in a row, and then all of a sudden it was a 12-point game more or less. So, this season has been a little more inconsistent than I think we would have liked to, because we haven't had a lot of tough games, and we lost a lot of games that we shouldn't. I think more than usual. But again, still a long ways to go, and we have 2 tough games coming up at home, which we want to win, and then we have a very demanding and challenging road trip, which will also, say a lot. So let's see what happens. Let's see if we can be successful and win most of the games.
You talked about needing to be more aggressive in creating your own opportunities.
Right.
What specifically do you need to be doing to make that happen?
I don't know. I hear a lot of times about demanding the ball, be more demanding.
Right.
Make myself noticeable out there, as far as just try to get to places and let everybody know that that this is what I believe, and not because I in a selfish way, but because I think that's what's going to help the overall picture. So I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud, kind of. But got to do something.
Are you guys getting? I mean, I just talked with Coach Shaw, and he said he thought yesterday there was a lot of just watching Kobe do his thing, as opposed to.
It's not good for the most part for our ball club.
Right.
Because you get a lot of guys just standing still and not being active and not being involved. So it just leaves you the opportunity just to go to the glass and things like that. So like I said, we have to figure out how to get a better flow out there, how to move the ball a little better, and get more guys to be productive during games.
Pau, you guys already have as many home losses this year as you had all the last regular season, like 7.
Mm-hmm.
How can you account for that? Is it not protecting home court the proper way? Or teams come in with more focus?
Yeah, I mean, obviously teams are extra motivated to go against us, but we have to be extra motivated to beat everybody else, whoever comes in our home court and on the road as well. You know, yesterday they asked me, you know, it seems to be really excited to and hungry to play us, but are we excited and hungry to play them? You know, obviously, you know, you get teams coming in and they playing the back-to-back champions, but you know, we want to be champions again. We have to be playing as champions soon.
You say you guys are?
I am. What I said is that I am excited to play every game, and I'm excited. Obviously, I was very excited to play against Boston yesterday. It's just things didn't work out the way we would like to.
Is it possible sometimes to, I guess, not be excited necessarily for some of these games while still being hungry for the championship?
Yeah, I think so. I think that obviously, you know, certain teams will be extremely excited to play the Lakers, and it's like, you know, their game of the year. For us, it's just more of a business-like oriented game. It's a game that we must cash in, we must win, no matter what the level of the excitement is in that particular night.
What happens if you go up to Kobe and just mention, how about getting the ball inside in the last part of the fourth quarter? Can you do that?
Yeah, it's definitely doable.
Has it happened?
No, it's not happening.
Are you bashful?
No, I'm just I'm just trying to do the right thing, obviously, but it's not the last part of the fourth quarter. You know, and I think that's when he's at his best, and that's what he can take over really. But I think that you know, earlier during the game we don't have to rely on that as much, and that's something that will help us. But we have to figure out as a coaching staff, as a team, and not as individuals. But definitely, you know, something that we need to talk about.